Let's bring in Enes Kanter, Freedom Center for the Boston Celtics. Sorry, I had politics on the brain. Celtics on the brain now.
That was a Freudian slip.
You've joined us before, though, and you are relentless with your speaking out on this matter. I just want to play this for you. Politics was on the brain because I was thinking about Nancy Pelosi, and she is doubling down on this message. Can we roll this? This is from earlier this morning.
I wish the athletes well. I do not encourage them to speak out against the Chinese government there because I fear for their safety if they do. I'll remove all doubt about why I said they shouldn't speak out, because I fear for their safety. So I hope they're safe athletically, politically, and every other way.
To that, you say what, Enes?
I mean, athletes have freedom to say whatever they want to say. And obviously, they have a huge platform. There are so many people out there are following, especially the young generation. So I feel like whenever they see wrong, they have to speak up. They have to say something. And, they cannot just keep their mouth shut and just be part of the propaganda, And so I feel like if they see, something wrong, I encourage them to say something so that the change can come.
We were talking, Enes, earlier about these corporate sponsors that seem to be turning a blind eye to the genocide against the Uyghur population to continue to sponsor the Olympic Games. Time magazine put it this way: Olympic sponsors are banking on public indifference to China's human rights abuses, which brings to mind this now infamous statement by the Warriors co-owner, Chamath Palihapitiya. Listen here.
Nobody cares about what's happening to the Uyghurs, okay? You bring it up because you really care, and I think that's nice that you care. The rest of us don't care. I'm just telling you a very hard...
Wait, you're saying you personally don't care?
I'm telling you a very hard, ugly truth, okay? Of all the things that I care about, yes, it is below my line.
So his comments clearly were reprehensible, Enes, but was he speaking an inconvenient truth here? That for many people, including in the C-suites of many of America's biggest companies, they don't care either?
I mean, it's just shame on them for not putting morals over money. I mean, I feel like we need to, as an athlete, I need to call out these, companies like sponsors like Airbnb, Coca-Cola, Intel, Panasonic, P&G, Samsung, Toyota, and Visa. But at the same time, they know that they care too much about their money and business and endorsement that's going on, and especially to that Warriors owner. It's disgusting. When I saw that video, I was very disappointed. But the crazy thing is, I saw his apology, but he did not say a word about the Uyghurs or anything like that, because they know the NBA or Warriors or himself will lose millions of dollars. It's a shame, but I feel like as an athlete, I need to hold these people, corporate sponsors or, owners and associations accountable. And it's a shame. It's a shame, like I said, for not putting morals over money.
I just wonder, listening to you now and having spoken with you before, and you continue to speak out, do you fear any sort of retaliation?
I mean, someone had to do it. You see there are so many, athletes, not just athletes, actors, singers, rappers, or people who have a platform, are remaining silent. The issues are when it comes to, China, because when you see right now what's happening over there, police brutality, torture, mass arrest, execution, labor camps, religious repression, genocide, period. But just they know they're going to lose so much money in business. They remain silent, and it's disgusting. To me, it's bigger than basketball, bigger than sports, bigger than NBA. So I will continue to be the voice of all those innocent people out there who don't have a voice.
Enes, there seems to be a sense that some of these big corporate sponsors pick and choose what they're going to speak out against. For example, the Coca-Cola company spoke out loudly against voting in Georgia, but yet has remained silent when it comes to Beijing. Listen to this exchange between Senator Tom Cotton and Paul Lally, who's Coca-Cola's global VP for human rights, at a recent Senate hearing.
Can you tell me why Coca-Cola doesn't have a say in whether it sponsors the genocide Olympics next year, but it does have a say in how the state of Georgia runs its election laws?
Senator, what I stated was that we do not have a say in the selection of the host city, nor on whether an Olympics is postponed or relocated.
So you don't, but you could just make a statement. Your CEO could saddle up the same moral high horse that he got on when Georgia passed its election law and write a letter to the IOC and ask them to. Anybody can do that.
As I stated, we are most engaged on policy issues here at home, but we are clear in our respect for human rights globally.
So you heard what he said there, and as he said, we do not have a selection in the host city or on whether Olympics are postponed or relocated. But if the IOC chooses a city in a country that has a terrible human rights record, can't you as a corporation say, you know what, we don't want any part of this?
Well, let me just make this very, very clear to the whole people in America. IOC sleeps in the same bed with China. They do not care about human rights or anything like that. They care about money, and they care about business. It's a shame on them. They're organizing a game in a country like China where there's a genocide happening. But I feel like, I can talk about the NBA's biggest sponsor, Nike, because I am actually in it. When it comes to, America, the Nike stands for, Black Lives Matter, Latino community, LGBTQ community, no Asian hate. But when it comes to China, they remain silent, and it's the biggest hypocrisy. But as an athlete, I cannot keep my mouth shut. I need to call out and hold this, people, corporate sponsors, associations, and organizations accountable and expose them as much as I can.
At the end of this, you have to feel for the athletes. Just listening to Caitlyn Jenner last hour, she knows firsthand what it's like to work your way to be an Olympic athlete, day and night, hour by hour. I mean, everything you eat, drink, sleep goes into what you're about to perform, and there is this cloud over these Olympics.
My last message to the athletes: all the gold medals in the world that you can win is not more important than your morals, your principles, and your values. I feel like we need to stand up for bigger things than sports. I understand you work so hard for your whole life to get to this point, but on the other side, think about if your mother, if your wife, your sister, your daughter was in concentration camps getting tortured and raped every day. So we need to think about those for those people.
When you look at it, Ennis, the American economy is inextricably linked with China. And much of what they've been able to do in terms of their military buildup and development has been because America's been China's piggy bank. But there are lots of other places where we could source the goods that are made in China that get exported to this country. Is it time for a divorce?
I mean, what I started to do when I pick up something and when I see, made in China, I put it back. I feel like, the best, anything that you can get that made in America. I mean, as an American, a new citizen, I feel like we need to support our country, and it is time for a divorce, and we need to let everyone know that. And I hope, the Biden administration will definitely should do something about this.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Do you think the sponsors will change? Do you think anything will come of this? They've been continually criticized by people like you. We just have to push it through it, and make people uncomfortable. That's the solutions, but it is what it is. I feel like the more brave people will come out and say enough is enough. This is disgusting, and we need to stop this. Ennis Cantor, Freedom, thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much.
And as a person who became an American citizen in 2001, welcome to the clan, Ennis. Good to have you with us.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.